and its own struggles, there comes a ray of light.
With its power of brightness, showers mankind's happiness. With its power of healing, prevents suffering from ailing.
Alas, darkness, redefined its power with envy and jealousy, hatred residing in mankind.
But don't worry, amidst all darkness, amidst all pain, amidst all struggles, there comes a ray of light to brighten the souls of the heartless in this evening.
My dear colleagues, let me to share a short history you saw from the presentation now. In August 2020, after the chain of lockdowns, Mr. Nilakanta and Mr. Edmund decided to, or discussed and decided to call a small get-together with the batchmates and the Hardians, agromates who are living nearby Kurunangala. And so during the lockdown they were contacting us and said, will you like to come? Are you ready to come? And we all were like under pressure and we said, yes, we are ready to come. So that was in September, that was in August. So then finally we had an opportunity to organize the meeting in September. If my memory is right, it was 19th September. So more or less all the invitees had come, and morning we had a session. I think you have seen that the first meeting, few photographs, and then we went for the social lunch, and it went through the lunch and dinner also. And so we were very happy to see that there are a lot of non-invitees were there. So that makes us a sense that everyone wants to gather, everyone wants to get together, they wants to have the hardy agriculture fellow mates to meet. So that particular day, we appointed a committee, Mr. Nilakanta and Mr. Edmund as a secretary, Mr. Nilakanta to lead this, and Mr. Bandula as a treasurer. We nominated the committee also to support them to form this forum. And we had a senior Hardian, Mr. Gamini Swarnapala. He quickly read our constitution. And then Mr. Padmasiri had done the registration. And registration of the association, and it was very fast.
His career in 1990, just after passing out the Hardy, as a trainee of ISP and climbed up to the top in 2010. He serves North Central Province, North Western Province, and other provinces like Southern, North Central, Northern provinces to develop industries, especially for the export-oriented. By recognizing his immense contribution to the industrial development in the country, he was awarded a scholarship for the Masters in Industrial Development and Rural Development in University of North Anglia, Norwich, UK. He completed his Masters in 1998 and returned to ISP to continue his services as a senior consultant for the development of industrial development since up to date. During past years, he did several postgraduate studies in economic developments, rural developments, management, corporate management in Japan, Korea, China, and different other countries. In addition to his services to the industrial development, Nilakant serves as board member of University of Wyoming in Faculty of Management and Regional Industry Service Committee, Chamber of Commerce, and different other organizations. He is involved in different policy making, especially in industry development in Sri Lanka for last few years. Actually, Nilakant, I know it very well him, and he is a very known person in Hardians, Evan Hardians. Nilakant is a true and born leader. He is a leader by example. Since he was very young, he showed the leadership qualities by leading our batch as a batch representative and hostel representative, and lead our batch for the several activities in good faith of Harding School. I don't have any hesitation to call Nilakant as the founder of Harding Agro Professional Forum, and he is key to where HAP today. Today evening is the result of sleepless nights of committee members, especially Nilakant. So, I cordially invite and welcome our President Nilakant Padinayaka for a few words. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Ayubowan, Vanakkam, Assalamu alaikum, good evening. Indeed, I'm deeply honored and privileged to address you as the Charter President of Hardy Agro Professionals Forum. Thank you, Udita, for your wonderful introduction, but fortunately he has not tell you the truth. It's very difficult for you to invite the friends to introduce yourself, so he may come up with various stories that is very difficult for you to even share. But fortunately, he has not shared the true stories. So thank you very much, Udita, for you are not sharing true stories. Yet, Yes, I'm indeed a pleasure and honor for me to lead this professional organization of hardy students who passed out from various years, including very senior professionals who worked in Sri Lanka as well as different other countries. What I believe, in my lifetime, whatever you have to do, you have to have a start. A great philosopher, Abraham Lincoln, who was one of the greatest leaders from US, once he says, you don't have to be great to start, but you have start to be great. So this is what we have done. 1,000 miles of journey start with a single step. We all have to understand there should be a beginning. I don't really need to explain how we start the HAP forum. So that was a coincidence, that was a sudden call. I had a very casual chat with one of my batchmates who lives in Unagala. We just wanted to have a fellowship, that's it. So we just get together and had a very informal session, well back in 2020, 19th September, as you could rightly mention. But we were confined only to Vyama province, but there were a lot of requests from other parts of the country to expand the scope to the entire nation, even out of the country. So then we have decided to expand. And then with that, we have decided to develop this forum. First, when that was in 1986, as Udita mentioned, when I entered to the Hardy, so this was our emblem. But I never ever understood what it is, the three words: honesty, training, industry. But fortunately, a few months later, probably in second year or so, I was thinking, so what the real meaning of these three words? It's very important for us to inculcate in our system. Honesty. So this is what we are lacking in the society. Yes, I have to be honest. If I wanted to be a successful person, I have to be honest. So this is one of the main values. That was inculcated by our godfather, Professor Evan Allen Hardy. The next, the training. With the honesty, you need to have a proper training to become a successful person. An industry, the commitment, the hard work. With these three key, wherever you work, whatever you do, I'm sure you would become a successful person. So that is the key of the success of Hardians.
I believe that you are honored to be president of Hardy Agro Professionals Forum. And with all your courage, commitment and determination, we will see an organization with performance and excellence in this coming year. We wish you and your team the very best.
Now, it's time for the most awaited moment of today's ceremony. It's time for the launching of the Hardy Agro Professionals website. And I invite for this very special event the chief guest, the guest of honor, and all the special invitees to attend this task, along with the president, secretary, and the treasurer of the Hardy Agro Professionals Forum.
It is a great honor that I invite Mrs. Yvonne Van Culeberg, member of HAP Forum, Director, Feed Chem Private Limited and Farm Chem Private Limited, to introduce the Director General of Department of Animal Product and Health.
In 2014, she completed her economics in PhD from University of Tokyo, Japan. She is the head of livestock economics from 2015 and appointed as the Director General of Department of Animal Production and Health in 2021. She is well known by all stakeholders in livestock industry in Sri Lanka as well as Asian region. A leader by example to the department and well-wisher for all industry sector. I cordially invite Madam Dr. Potalawa
to join you to wish you the first Hardy Agro Professionals Association. So it's very happy moment. Actually, yes, as Mr. Neelakant said, your colleagues are working with us, the department, very closely. We know Hardy Agro Professionals have substantially contributed to the livestock, mainly the agriculture sector in this country. If I am talking about the livestock sector, actually the poultry is one of the most developed livestock sector in Sri Lanka. It is private sector domain. The private sector people, private sector professionals, investors have invested a lot, and it's well-developed commercial industry. So we are self-sufficient in poultry products in Sri Lanka. Now it is ready to capture the export market as well. So your professionals, the Hardians, have contributed to reach the poultry sector to this position immensely, to the livestock sector. And also, we have government officers in our department in research and development sector, and extension, and all the other sectors, Hardians in the department with us. So you all are very close people to us, the Department of Animal Production and Health. So thank you very much for the organizing committee to inviting me to represent the Department of Animal Production and Health in your first professional association. Actually, now we are in a challenging moment to develop the dairy sector in Sri Lanka because, so we are in a challenging phase with foreign currency of this country, so we need to reach self-sufficiency in dairy as well. And also, the country is in a moment of popularizing organic fertilizer industry as an industry to develop. So our Hardy Agro Professionals, as agriculture-based profession, you have to work for those two aspects as well to reach these industries to the top level. As Mr. Neelakant said, your colleagues, your professionals actually have reached the top of the ladder as they are very successful investors like Mr. Vanika Singh, Farm Chem Enterprises. So they do work with us, and also I'm sorry if I am not mentioning others' names, but it is a proud moment, it should be a proud moment for all of you because they are contributing to the sector and they are performing as investors and as entrepreneurs very successfully in this country.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your worthy words. And now, to present the token of appreciation to Dr. Mrs. K.A.C.H.A. Kodalavada, Director General, Animal Production and Health Department, I cordially invite Executive Committee members of Hardy Agro Professionals Forum, Mrs. Deepthi Priyadarshini, Proprietor, Unichem Marketing and Unichem Marketing Services, and Mr. Sampath Gunathilaka, Director, Sales of Feed Chemi Private Limited.
To introduce tonight's guest of honor to this elite audience, I invite one of the most energetic and enthusiastic member of the organization. Please welcome Mr. Ranjan Artikal.
The Faculty of Agriculture, Peradeniya, and the MPhil from the Postgraduate Institute of Agriculture. He received his PhD from the University of Reading, United Kingdom. Professor Idrisinghe has contributed immensely with his research work, over 200 publications, and several books has been published by Professor Jagat Idrisinghe. He has contributed immensely to the development sector of this country by working in several state agencies like Rubber Research Institute and also in the private sector. He also has been a contributor to the some of the donor-funded projects as a consultant. I am privileged to sort of acknowledge his contribution as a teacher in the university sector as well as for his research commitment and also as a development practitioner. Over to you, Professor Jagat Idrisinghe. Thank you.
I also like to congratulate all those who have initiated this forum. I have seen a photograph presented by Mr. Neelakanth Vaninayaka, and it was very impressive, the photograph of the committee members who have initiated this forum. And this is a very important step in professional development of the diploma holders. And I think I was asked by Mr. Neelakanth Vaninayaka to talk a bit about professional development or career development or development in education sector where the diploma holders can go. But looking at the crowd here today, I think that I should not talk about this professional development because they are the hardy professionals seem to be already developed. So I appreciate all the activities or all the efforts taken by the committee members to initiate this kind of a forum, and I think it is one of the best things that you could do to your fellow diploma holders. And we all have alumni in our universities and in the Hardy as well, as I understand, and this has taken a step further as I see. So this will definitely help the younger generation of Hardy diplomats, and you have to, I might address now, take my address towards the new or the younger generation, because the older generation present here has already achieved their goals, if I see correctly. So what is the next step in professional development in agriculture? Now I have seen, we have believed from the inception of Hardy, even when I was a student in the University of Peradeniya, I understood that Hardy is a very good place to learn agriculture. Right? So I am also coming from University of Peradeniya Faculty of Agriculture, and we have a great respect to diploma holders from coming from Hardy. So, however, you should not, all diploma holders, maybe some of you may be in your middle years, but some of you may be coming out quite recently from Hardy. So what is the next step in your development career? So you can go into different areas. You can go into, as a teacher in the university sector, I believe you should turn your heads now, although you may be working in very good places, earning very good money, but I think you should turn your heads towards graduating with an undergraduate degree, if you are a diploma holder. Now, why am I saying that we should graduate or become a graduate from a recognized university? Because it exposes students to new technology and research. So research is when I was introduced to this forum, the person who introduced me said nice things about my research, and I have published around 200 papers and all that. For me, that is the best thing, becoming a graduate. So you can follow or pursue your passion, right? Pursue your passion if you come into graduate training.
That informative speech. Now I invite Mr. Edmund Samarvira, Executive Committee Member of HAP Forum and Manager Sales Administration at Plant Chem and Plant Seeds Private Limited, and Mr. Nihal Ratnakumara, Manager Sales CIC Feeds, to present the token of appreciation to Professor Jagat Edirsingh.
Ladies and gentlemen, to introduce tonight's chief guest and the keynote speaker, I cordially invite Dr. Indika Sirinaga, Hardy Agro Professionals Member and Senior Manager of Commercial Bank, Bambalapitiya Branch.
Here today, on behalf of the President and Executive Committee members of Hardy Agro Professional Forum and good colleagues of Hardy Institute Tampara, it is a great honor to introduce Dr. Sarath Anavira, the chief guest to this event. Dr. Anavira is the founder chairman of Biofoods Private Limited, the Small Organic Farmers Association, Marginalized Organic Farmers Association of Sri Lanka. He is the president of Sri Lanka Organic Producers and Exporters Association, chairperson for the advisory board of National Organic Council Control Unit, chairperson for Sri Lanka Council for Agricultural Research Policy. Presently, Dr. Anavira held several key appointments in Sri Lanka Export Development Board, Lanka Organic Agriculture Movement, National Organic Council, a fellow, Postgraduate Institute of Agriculture, University of Kerala. Moreover, Dr. Anavira held several international appointments in foreign countries that include South Asia, Myanmar, and Zimbabwe. Dr. Anavira holds bachelor's degree in physics, chemistry, and mathematics, master's of philosophy in food science and technology, doctor of philosophy in biostatistics. Currently, Dr. Anavira holds patent in the areas of non-fermented tea, green processing tea, tea manufacturing. Moreover, 2 more patents are to be received, out of which one of these on viral infections like corona. Congratulations, sir. We are truly proud of you.
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. අපේ නිල්කාන්ත බැතිතුමා මට මුලින් ආරාධනා කරනකොට මට ඉස්සෙල්ලාම මේකට වචනයක් දී ගන්න බැරි වුණා. නමුත් මේක මට ලැබුණ විශේෂ අවස්ථාවක් හැටියට මම සැලකනවා. I'm so privileged to be here because you know why we lack a lot of true professionals. So I'm so enlightened, not Nibbal anyway. Very delighted to be here with you all to see we have a little chance to develop our country, small island. So I'm so proud, so honored to address you as a true professionalist. I want to jump into my presentation a little quicker and to share some of my basic fundamental knowledge in a different topic today. I have been presenting very sustainable project all over the world, in my anyway,
from Japan to US, North America, mainly related to sustainable value chain model implemented in Sri Lanka as a small island, but they respected the whole model and they got a great idea. Based on that, fair trade standard has been developed, and I also became a member of setting standard for all over the world for fair trade for a few years. And you know what happened during my presentations? I've been talking to many people in the world, mainly consumers, finally who consume your agro products. And when I present, all the supermarket chain owners, consumers, consumer organizations, they all used to come to my meeting. So we start meeting by 6 and somewhere around 12 o'clock in the midnight, having a couple of beers. When I was in London, actually the organizer asked me to address school children. I said, no way, come on. No, they are not my consumers. They said, no. So you have to address them. I said, what makes it different? So he said, no, you talk to them. So it was kind of a very different chance I got to see how people can influence the communities. So I knew that London has an excellent fair trade movement, and the fair trade movement came from Max Havelaar, France, Holland, and these other countries. And it was so difficult to move into London. However, one smart guy has tried to penetrate the consumers through school children. So I said, okay. So I did my presentation, and I was so impressed to see the difference, how children can influence the consumer. So it was very new to me. And I was thrilled actually. I was so happy to come back to Sri Lanka, and when Central Province Education Department organized high school children for my presentation. Can you imagine the outcome? Disastrous. I was so upset to understand what has happened to our education. We are, I think, a result-driven country where we want to pass exams, we want to pass everything, and then not only children but also whole parent families are doing exams. When we have exams, we even can't visit their families, so they are all engaged. So we want to disturb even parents. So we have taken wrong path, unfortunately, because of innovation. There's the thinking pattern, all gone. So I felt sorry, because when we interview many graduates, and we have more than 1,000 employees, I'm not talking about my company today, but we have seen something very special. And when we see graduates and people from diploma, I'm telling the truth, if I see one applicant from Hardy, he is selected. I'm so happy to tell you. It's very important thing. I had a very great experience in TRI when I worked with guys from Hardy, and they are really part of team members. They do all the beautiful work, and they are Hardy people. And Professor Hardy, coming from Saskatchewan, I also live in Canada. Saskatchewan is a hardy place to live in Canada. We hardly go. I have never been there after living there 12 years. But it's a very difficult area to go. But I think he has created excellent institute for you to produce excellent professionals. So this is something I'm so happy. When Nilakant invited me, I said yes. I changed my appointments. I said yes, why not? To see you all and really congratulate you all to create something very professional body needed today for Sri Lankans.
We are so honored to privilege who has among us today. And now it's our time to appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's again give him a big round of applause.
I invite Mr. Aruna Vijay Vikrama, Executive Committee Member and Managing Director, Aruna Plant, and Mr. Saman Intika, Branch Manager, HNB Private Limited, to present the token of appreciation to Dr. Sanath Ranavira, Executive Chairman, Managing Director, Biofoods Private Limited, for his presence as the Chief Guest and Keynote Speaker for the Hardy Agro Professionals Forum official launch.
Such eminent personality need recognition. I pledge you all recognize very special individual in this flagship of Hardy Act. Mr. Beryl Pereira was born in 2nd of May 1937 in Mutturajavela, and he studied at Joseph Vaz College, Venapur. Mr. Beryl Pereira is from the first batch of Hardy Institute, which was started in 1956. With the period, the institute named as Technical Training Institute, TTI, under the shade of Professor Yvonne Allen Hardy. There had been 30 students in his batch, and there are only 3 people living at the moment, out of which his 2 colleagues are living in Singapore and in England. During his time, there were only 4 academic courses, such as mechanical engineering, soil science engineering, electrical engineering, and irrigation engineering. And Mr. Beryl Pereira has passed out as a mechanical engineer from the institute. Prior to his studies at Hardy Institute, he has followed a 2-year technical course at the Ceylon Technical College, Marda. Mr. Pereira started his first career as a technical trainee at the government rice mills, Chalakade at Batticaloa. When the project was installation, same as a large rice mill in Asia at that time. Then he got his first promotion as a technical officer and then as a technical manager engineering in the same firm. After 15 years, he has got a transfer to the government rice mills Anuradhapura as a technical manager engineering, and his final assignment was the technical manager training, technical manager engineering grade level at government rice mills Horopatana, and retired from the employment in 1992. The turning point of his life is starting of his own business, and presently he is the proprietor of Chamanga Farm, Salipura, Anuradhapura, which animal husbandry farm established extended of 25 acres. The business has been started in a small scale and presently a large farm that consists with 1,050 piggies, 2,000 turkeys and 1,000 turkeys, and about 200 curry chickens. Also, the place recognized as a model farm that facilitates training for agri students of University of Peradeniya and University of Rajaratnam.
Mr. Beryl Pereira, I humbly invite you forward to accept this plaque of recognition. And I most cordially invite our chief guest for the event, Dr. Sanath Ranavira, Executive Chairman, Managing Director, Biofoods Private Limited, and also our guest of honor, Professor Jagat Edirisinghe, Dean, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, Viva University of Sri Lanka, and all the other special invitees to present this token of appreciation to our beloved Mr. Beryl Pereira.
Gentlemen, I request you all to stand up to respect someone.
Sir, it's truly an honor and a privilege to have you among us today in this joyous moment. And now, for the final moments. This day was truly a team effort. Hats off to each and every one of you who toiled to make this day a reality and a success. I invite Mr. Ranil Samarthilaka, Secretary of Hardy Agro Professionals Forum, and also the Manager, Regional Business Development, HNB Finance Private Limited Company, to present a word of gratitude.
This is not the final session of the event. This is the event of finishing the official event of the ceremonial launch of HAP. Being the secretary of the Hardy Agro Professionals Forum, my prime duty is making vote of thanks, which is difficult as well as very important fact of the event. First of all, I must convey my special thanks to the chief guest and keynote speaker of the event, Dr. Sarath Pranavira, Executive Chairman, Managing Director, Biofood Private Limited. My next sincere thanks goes to guest of honor, Professor Jagat Idrisingha, Dean, Faculty of Agriculture and Plantation Management, Bio University. Although the madam is not here, Dr. Mrs. KACHA Potalavala, who made a very encouraging presentation to the my colleagues, she is the Director General of Department of Animal Production and Health. Also, I must convey my well wishes and thanks for the Director of Hardy Senior Technical Institute, who is not here but has keep inform us about his inability to present the event. And the most inspiring as well as the making gratitude, making honor of appreciation who have been presented here, our very senior Hardian who did his studies in 1956-58 during the time of Professor Alan Hardy, conducted the school there, Mr. Merrill Pereira, proprietor, Chamanga Animal Farm, Anuradhapura. Actually, thank you very much, sir, Mr. Merrill Pereira. You made your valuable present to this wonderful event. Again, I must thank some of the invitees here, our existing academic batch students, first year and second year students, Mr. Isuru, Mahesh, Lasindu, and Udara.
Let's all dine and wine, meeting new faces, caring and smiling the fellowship.
Don't forget, the day is still young.
Thank you very much.
Hardy වෘත්තීය වේදීන්ගේ සංගමය කියලා කියන්නේ Hardy කාර්මික විද්‍යාලයේ ආදී ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ තාක්ෂණික ආයතනයේ මගින් එහි අධ්‍යාපනය ලැබලා එහි උසස් අධ්‍යාපනය ලැබලා පිට වෙච්ච දිවයිනේ සහ ලංකාවෙන් පිට ආයතනවල ප්‍රමුඛ පෙළේ පෞද්ගලික අංශයේත් රාජ්‍ය අංශයේත් විවිධ තනතුරු දරන වෘත්තිකයන්ගේ සැදුම්ලත් ආයතනයක්. ඒකෝනේ මෙහි අපි දැන් උතුමන්ලාගේ තියෙන ප්‍රධාන ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් මොකද්ද මේ ආයතනයේ පිහිටුවීමේ අරමුණ කියන එක. ඕකනේ පළවෙනිම දේ. ඇත්තටම අපිට මේක බිහි වෙන්න ප්‍රධාන අරමුණක් තිබ්බා. ඇත්තටම අරමුණක් තිබ්බා කිව්වහම අරමුණක් නැති එක තමයි පළවෙනිම තිබ්බ අරමුණ. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි අර ඔබතුමාලට මතක ඇති මේ කොවිඩ් වසංගත තත්ත්වයේ කාලෙදී පළවෙනි ලොක්ඩවුන් එකේදී අපිට ගෙවල් වලට අපි කොටු වුණා. අපිට කිසි දෙයක් කරන්න තිබ්බේ නැහැ. එතකොට අපේ මේ කුරුණෑගලාවට කුරුණෑගල රජ වැඩ කරන සහ කුරුණෑගල පදිංචි වෙලා ඉන්න මේ අපේ යාළුවෝ කීප දෙනෙක් කතා වුණා අපිට බැරිද මේ චුට්ටක් එකතු වෙන්න කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ ඔයකින් තමයි අපි ආරම්භ වුණේ. ඒ ආරම්භයත් සමග අපි 2020 සැප්තැම්බර් 10 වෙනිදා අපි කුරුණෑගල ග්‍රේන් සින්ඩිකේට් එකේ එකතු වෙලා අපි කතා කරා අපිට මේක මේ නිල නොවන මට්ටමෙන් නෙවෙයි නිල මට්ටමෙන් අපිට බැරිද අපි සංසදයක් විදිහට නිර්මාණය වෙන්න විශේෂයෙන්ම අපේ මේ හාඩි ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ ආයතනයෙන් පිට වුණ අපේ වෘත්තීය වේදීන්ගේ එකමුතුවක් හදලා එයා විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ අපේ ඒ වෘත්තීය වේදීන්ගේ සංවර්ධන කටයුතු ඒත් එක්කම ඔවුන්ගේ අන්‍යෝන්‍ය සුහදත්වය ගොඩනැගීම සහ යම් සේවාවක් වැඩ කොටසක් මේ කුෂිකර්ම ක්ෂේත්‍රය සඳහා ලබා දීමට මොන හරි දෙයක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒ සඳහා අපි පෙළ ගැහෙමු කියලා. ඇත්තට මුලින්ම අපි ඔක වෑඹ පළාතට විතරයි තියන්න ආරම්භ වුණේ. නමුත් අවසානයේදී ඒක පුළුල් වෙලා අද මුළු දිවයිනේ පුරාම ප්‍රචලිත වූ වැඩසටහනක් බවට පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒතර අද අපි මේ වැඩසටහනේ ප්‍රධාන ආරාධිතයවිත අපි අනිත් එක තව මම හිතන්නේ වැදගත්ම දෙයක් කියන්න ඕනේ. දැන් අපි පෞද්ගලිකව ගත්තොත් අපි හැමෝගෙම දේශපාලන අදහස් තියෙනවා. අපි මේ වැඩසටහනේ එක තීරණයකට ආවා මේ වැඩසටහන පවත්වන්නේ දේශපාලන අධිකාරියේ කිසිම කෙනෙක්ගේ ප්‍රධානත්වයෙන් නෙමෙයි. අපිට හිතුණා මේ අපි එක තීරණයකට ආවා අපි අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම අපි මේක සඳහා ඉලක්ක කරගන්නේ වෘත්තීය වේදී. ඒ නිසා අපි මෙහි ප්‍රධාන ආරාධිතය විදිහට ආරාධනා කරලා තියෙනවා ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ දැනට කාබනික නිෂ්පාදන අපනයනය කරන පළවෙනි සමාගම. ඒ සමාගමේ ප්‍රධානියා ආචාර්ය සරත් රණවීර මහතා.
හාඩි තාක්ෂණික උසස් තාක්ෂණික ආයතනයේ අධ්‍යාපනය ලබන සිසුන්ට අවශ්‍ය නිසි මඟ පෙන්වීම සහ වෘත්තීය සම්බන්ධතා ගොඩනගා දීම ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ පුහුණු වීම සහ ඉම්ප්ලාන්ට් ට්‍රේනින් කියලා අපි කියන පුහුණු වීම සඳහා ඒගොල්ලෝ යොමු කිරීම සහ මේ ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකට අවශ්‍ය කෘෂිකර්මාන්තයේ තියෙන ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකට අවශ්‍ය කෘෂි තාක්ෂණික නිලධාරීන් සමාජයට බිහි කිරීම සඳහා අවශ්‍ය මඟ පෙන්වීම සහ අවශ්‍ය සහයෝගය ලබා දීම. මේකදී මේ හුඟක් අපි දන්නවා මම හිතනවා මුළු රටම දන්නවා අම්පාරේ හාඩි එකේ ඇග්‍රිකල්චර් කරපු කට්ටිය බොහෝ පුද්ගලික සහ රජයේ ආයතනවල විධායක ශ්‍රේණියේ නිලධාරීන් හැටියට වැඩ කරනවා. ඒගොල්ලෝ නියමෝ හැටියට වැඩ කරනවා. එතකොට මේ නියමුවන්ට පුළුවන් මේ ඉන්න අලුතෙන් එන තරුණ පරම්පරාවට නිසි මඟ පෙන්වීමක් කරලා ඒගොල්ලෝට මේ රටට අවශ්‍ය තාක්ෂණික කෘෂි තාක්ෂණික නිලධාරීන් හැටියට අවශ්‍ය දිරිගැන්වීම සහ මඟ පෙන්වීම කිරීමත් අපේ මේකේ අරමුණක්. අපේ මේ සංසදයේ අරමුණක්. ඒ සඳහා මේකට ස්වේච්ඡාවෙන් ඉදිරිපත් වෙච්ච හාඩි පවුලේ වේදයකින් තොරව මේ එකතු වෙච්ච හැකියාවන් තියෙන සමූහයක් ඉන්නවා. ඒ සමූහයේ ශක්තිය එකතු කරලා ඒ ශක්තිය අනිත් කට්ටියගේ ශක්තියක් බවට පත් කිරීම තමයි අපේ සංගමේ අරමුණ. අපි දැනටම මේ අවුරුද්ද ඇතුළත දැනට ඉන්න ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලාගේ හාඩි ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලාගේ වැඩසටහන් 3ක් කරා Zoom තාක්ෂණය 2ක් කරා Zoom තාක්ෂණය ඉස්සරහා අපි දැක්කා මේ අලුතෙන් එන කට්ටිය මේ සම්මුඛ පරීක්ෂණ වලට මුහුණ දෙන හැටි දන්නේ නැහැ. ඒගොල්ලෝ සම්මුඛ පරීක්ෂණ වලට ලෑස්ති වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒවා ඒ ගැන අපි ඒගොල්ලෝ බොහොම හොඳට දැනුවත් කරා. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ප්‍රශ්න ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඒ පිළිබඳ විශේෂඥයෝ ගෙන්නලා අවශ්‍ය දැනුම ලබා දුන්නා. ඊට පස්සේ තව වැඩසටහනක් කරා අපි මේ human resource පැත්තෙන් හමුදාවේ හිටපු ජ්‍යෙෂ්ඨ